All right, so this video I'm gonna call it the TikTok ban hammer. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my experience with a professional who really he's into content management. Not only content management, but like so basically he helps people like start their own content, net like their own Netflix pretty much. Like and so he's talking to like hundreds and hundreds of people worldwide about how they can leverage their own content and build their own, let's say like your own YouTube or something, like or your own Netflix where you have legal content. And so let's just say you own a soccer league and you want people to pay a subscription to that soccer league. So you're recording all the videos, you putting this game versus this team, and you're charging people $10 to watch it, right? To watch the whole league, right? So this is what this guy does. He does this for people. So he has hundreds of people who tells him that TikTok, that they call him and tell him and complain to him that TikTok bans them. So he's getting hundreds and hundreds of calls a day. He's telling me hundreds, weeks of just people just telling him like TikTok keeps banning me. TikTok bans me. TikTok bans me. And he explains that there's an agenda behind it where if it's not a certain type of content, they're not going to push it. So I was like, wow, like that explains why I kept getting banned. I'm like, why are they banning me? Like, I'm just posting like clothing stuff, like how clothes are made, like presenting clothing, like regular stuff, right? And they're like, oh, you're banned. I'm like, what? Like, why would you ban me? And then they never tell you why. And then I'm working. It's not like I'm a professional as well. Like I'm a digital marketing specialist. Like I know what I should. Okay, don't post duplicate content. If you post duplicate content, you could be banned. If you just do like vandalism or anything crazy, like the basic stuff, right? Like let's be real. Like come on, we're talking basic. Now, why would you ban me? They don't give you nothing. Like, oh, you violated community guidelines, boom, you're out. And then it's like me and my team, we're like, wow, like you just gonna ban us? Like, and even this guy, he grows people's TikTok. He's like, I keep getting this. He's like, I'm just moving. So he moves. Like it's just like we just was like, okay. And he's like, it keeps happening. And this is the specialist, the TikTok specialist. We talking about somebody else. I'm not talking about the Netflix guy. And he said the same thing. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. People who's telling you, oh, get on TikTok, get on TikTok, get on TikTok. And it's like, yeah, it's a bad side too. Like, this is not just a good side to TikTok. Like, it's a bad side. It's really bad side. Like you could get that ban hammer. It's like, I'm just saying, they're pushing TikTok so much that they're saying, oh, you need to get on TikTok, get on TikTok, get on TikTok. And it's like, what if they ban you? You don't put everything in the TikTok and now you're banned. Right? You got the big ban hammer and you don't know why. And they don't tell you why. Or they give you a big freeze, like, oh, you can't come back till next year or something. But I'm just saying, like, if you get a ban where they give you a date, usually it'll show you why you got banned. But if it just say community guidelines, blah blah, and they don't tell you, then how are you gonna know? So you don't build a whole business on this? Like no, it's a terrible idea. That's the same with YouTube. Like don't build a business straight on YouTube. To me, like social media. Well, yeah, to me, social media is how you leverage something to sell. Sales is what you're doing. You need to be selling. You have to be selling, right? That's how you avoid the YouTube. To sell is how you avoid the the manipulation, because everybody on there is selling. Unless you're just watching somebody who's don't really care about the money, they just doing it, or they're just talking. You see, that's good too. But I'm just saying, when it comes to digital marketing and all that, that's not what you're going to get. And if you do, you should be listening to people who's like me, where they're already know what they're doing. They're just explaining why people shouldn't do what they're doing, because they already a professional at what they do. They're just rambling. They're just rambling on what you should and you shouldn't do. You shouldn't listen to somebody who's just, oh, I made 5 million Facebook ads today. Boom, boom, boom. Like, this person, you don't know what the fuck they did to get to that point. You don't know, like, what kind of shit they done to get there. Do you even know, like, maybe they crossed the sales team. They might have crossed this guy and crossed that guy. And it's like, you don't know. Do they even have a team? Like, do their team trust them? Maybe they just came up. Maybe they was like, fuck my team. Like, we're failing. I'm just gonna jump on TikTok and see if it worked. Oh shit, I made $1 million a day. Let's close up. All right, let's wait. TikTok might ban us. Let's take the money and let's get the fuck out of here. Like, that's a scenario that's highly likely to happen. But that's still gambling. Like, you're still gambling. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do something like e-commerce, you should approach it as if you're going to school for it. Like, you shouldn't approach e-commerce like, oh yeah, you can do it like, oh, I'm gonna make some quick money. I want to make a quick money. I just want to make some quick money real quick, but I do something else. But if you're gonna be like, I want to make 500,000 or $1 million, like I want to build an empire, then you need to get away from the quick mindset. You need to get away from that shit as soon as possible, because you need to approach it like you're going to school. like you're you need to approach it like you're joining the military. Like, okay, I want to build a business. It's just like, okay, you signed up for this shit. There's no getting out. Like, you said you going to jump out of the airplane. You going to go to war to Afghanistan. Okay, you signed it now. There's no backing out. Get your ass up at 8 in the morning, or not 8, but 4 in the morning, and run every other day so you can pass a test. It's the same way when you start a business. You got to learn Facebook ads. Even if that's not your specialty, then you still got to learn it. That's just like saying, oh, I'm a diesel mechanic in the military, but I don't need to shoot a gun because I'm a diesel mechanic. No, you need to shoot a gun because that's what the fuck you signed up for. So if you want to sell millions online, then you need to learn how to do SEO. You need to learn how to do Facebook. You need to learn how to do AdWords. You need to know how to complement a sales team, not just have a sales team. You need to learn how to complement the sales team. Just like you know how, if you're a sergeant or a major in a military, you know how to complement the soldiers. So you might, and maybe not a major, but like a general or a captain, you should be able to go out with the private, even if you don't feel like it, and be like, fuck it, I'm taking over this shit. Like, I'm taking over this shit, private. Get the fuck out the way, let's go. And you be like, all right, captain, let's go. Like, that's how it should be. It shouldn't be like, oh no, captain's a scammer. I quit. Like, no. That's not how this shit works. You're in this shit. You're in it. You're in it. If you decide that I want to start a business, if you decide to become a one-trick pony and that shit fails, then you failed at training. You didn't train right. You looked at some shit. You looked at a YouTube video and was like, how to get a nice body. and you was like, oh, do 100 push-ups a day, and then, but you passed the push-up test, but then it's like, oh, I have to do a sit-up test now. Now I have to do a running test. But you did push-ups all day. So you failed. It's the same way if you do TikTok and TikTok bans you. Now you don't know Facebook or Google ads, or you don't know like SEO. So like you're done. You're fucked. Because that's what you put. You are one-trick pony. I don't think Shopify, selling on Shopify is not a one-trick pony thing. It's just not. If you're gonna make like good money. Now, if you're gonna like do it as a quick flip, like to come up and make like as a side income, yeah, you can still make good money. It's still good money in it. It's still great money. But I feel like you're missing out if you don't learn what it is, because it's bigger than you just selling something just to like, because it gives you the perception of how what you're Googling and it shows you how the internet works. Like you're learning how the internet works. So you see what you're looking at and you see the value in it because you know how the algorithm is moving different things. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you know the guidelines and different. It's just educational to know that because you're using it anyway. But yeah, we call this one's called the TikTok ban hammer, right? Beware of the TikTok ban hammer. It's because it's real. It's very real. The TikTok ban hammer is real. So more people should talk about it. I think they should. Like a lot of people talk about the YouTube ban hammer. But that's because YouTube, I think a lot of people talk about the YouTube ban hammer is because like YouTube is actually linked to like your name and like the law and shit. So it's like it shows you like, oh, I got a ban and I got this. But TikTok is just like, oh, you're banned and get the fuck out of here. Like YouTube is like, oh, you got a mark. You got a violation because it's under Google, right? So more people are more likely to talk about it because it's easily to be educated on it. But TikTok is like, it has a more of a, I guess, it doesn't have like the prestige of YouTube. But you can get organic traffic easier on TikTok and faster. So a lot of people are pushing that, but they don't understand that with that same way, you could get fucking banned too, as well. I'm speaking on Shopify. I'm not talking about people who just on there trying to dance and all that. Like leave that to those people. I'm talking about people who's getting on. I'm not talking about people who want likes and shit. I'm talking about people who trying to make money. Like those people, yeah, a girl can be on TikTok and you're looking at her and she looks nice and she has 100,000 followers, but like, what is her value? Her value is her ability to sell a product that somebody needs to put in somebody's face, but you can just pay TikTok to do that for you. You see, like that's what I'm saying. But if they ban you, none of this shit matters. None of this shit matters anyway. So that's what I'm saying. It's better for you to sell the product as its own before you even get into influencers. Like it's easy the influencer rabbit hole is real too. It's easy to tell somebody, oh yeah, this influencer about this Kim Kardashian is like that's one post. People spend 30,000 on one Kim Kardashian post. And it's like, bro, you could have bought a whole fucking sales team, and like, you see what I'm saying? The influencers are influencing you to pay them. That's pretty much what they're doing. But I'm just saying, influencer marketing is good, but I'm saying there's different ways, and yeah, avoid the